Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The politics is now taking shape. President Uhuru Kenyatta has now officially endorsed Raila Odinga and has stated that he's going to do everything possible within his powers to make sure that Raila Odinga becomes the next president of the Republic of Kenya. And the big question which Kenyans are currently asking is what next for William Samoei Arap Ruto? Because you all understand that William Ruto and President Uhuru Kenyatta worked together in 2013. They again worked together in 2017. And President Uhuru Kenyatta made it very clear that he was going to support his deputy for the presidency in 2022. But from all indications, that's now not going to happen. And the deputy president had also banked on President Uhuru Kenyatta's support for several reasons. Number one, he believed that Mount Kenya region was not going to produce a credible presidential candidate. And indeed, the Mount Kenya region will not produce a presidential candidate. And number two, the deputy president also believed that President Uhuru Kenyatta, being the president of the Republic of Kenya, will be able to help him with the system or the deep state. And now all those are being transferred to Raila Odinga. So the deputy president must figure out his new strategy. So what next for him? Because we all know that the deputy president is banking primarily on the support of the larger Mount Kenya region. President Uhuru Kenyatta is also banking on that support. He believes that if he can deliver that support to Raila Odinga, then Raila Odinga will win the presidency by 2 a.m. Central Kenya is key for the deputy president. And for the last 4 years, the deputy president has been able to control the larger Mount Kenya region. In fact, at some point, he was being referred to as the kingpin of the larger Mount Kenya region. I don't know why that changed. The question was, why would the president allow the deputy president to take charge of his region? Or why was the deputy president a darling? Or why is the deputy president a darling of the voters of the larger Mount Kenya region? The answer to that is simple. The first reason is Raila phobia. You know, Raila Odinga was demonized in the entire Mount Kenya region. He was made to appear as the devil. So the truth of the matter is that President Uhuru Kenyatta even went further and hired Cambridge Analytica, who did more damage to Raila Odinga. And because of that phobia, it was easy for the deputy president to automatically inherit the region, because the common enemy was then Raila Odinga. But that is changing. Number two was Jubilee failure. There were perceived failure by Jubilee government to deliver on their promises to the larger Mount Kenya region. And after the handshake, the deputy president started claiming that Raila Odinga was now transferring most of the projects from the larger Mount Kenya region to Kisumu, specifically the port of Kisumu. But President Uhuru Kenyatta, in his own wisdom, decided that I'm going to fix that. So in the last 4 years, he went silent and the president fixed A, B, C, D. Then after that now, the president is now coming out. So because of the perceived Jubilee failure, the deputy president was very popular. Number three was the lack of clear direction from President Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta never issued clear directive to his voters in the larger Mount Kenya region that I'm going to support Raila Odinga. So a lot of speculations then started. There were those who believed that the president was actually supporting the deputy president indirectly by making sure that Raila Odinga is finished. There were those who also believed that the president wanted the Raila Odinga to become unpopular amongst his supporters. And now that the president has issued a clear direction, things are going to change. So what next for the deputy president? And also the deputy president was able to control the larger Mount Kenya region because of the betrayal tag. In the entire President Uhuru Kenyatta's rule, he kept on reminding these people that he was going to support William Ruto. And Kenyans have always believed that the Mount Kenya region cannot support one who is not one of their own. So they believed that at the end of the day, William Ruto was going to be betrayed, or they wanted to keep their promise that we promised to support Ruto and we've delivered. But now that is going to change. And which begs the question, what next for William Samoei Arap Ruto. Before we look into what next for William Samoei Arap Ruto, if you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. So give this video a thumbs up, drop your comments, and share. And let us get back to the main issue. And I want to begin by looking at the events which are unfolding in the larger Western Kenya region. Because we are talking of Mount Kenya, but now the focus is actually shifting from Mount Kenya to Western. One Kenya Alliance leadership were in Western Kenya. Kenya Kwanza Alliance leadership were in Western Kenya. The Azimio team were also in Western Kenya. What is special in Western Kenya? In my next video, I'm going to do an analysis about the scramble for Western Kenya votes. Who is going to win between Ruto and Raila? But what next for William Ruto after the president endorsed Raila Odinga? The first thing he can do, in my view, if you ask me, is to get a running mate from the larger Mount Kenya region. That's going to appease the entire region. And to his credit, when the deputy president managed to win over Musalia Mudavadi, the unwritten rule then was that the deputy president was going to choose who was going to become his deputy. And in all their events of late, they've been mentioning Rigathi Gachagua. In fact, it has been in this order: William Ruto, Mudavadi, Wetangula, and Rigathi Gachagua. Remember, Moses Kuria was the first to point out that Mount Kenya region is now losing in Kenya Kwanza because they're not given space within that movement. So if William Ruto can get a running mate from the larger Mount Kenya region who is acceptable, I don't think Rigathi Gachagua, his mouth and personality, can make a good running mate. If you ask me, I could be wrong. But the truth is, if the deputy president can get a serious running mate from the larger Mount Kenya region, a running mate who is acceptable across the country, then he can deal with the president. But if it's going to be Rigathi Gachagua, he's going to face problems. Rigathi Gachagua might even be locked from running. He already has that case of 200 million. That case has been running for the last 1 year. He was told, go and prove that this 200 million which came into your account, the source, he can't explain. So basically, with the system, there's a chance that Rigathi Gachagua can actually be locked out. But the deputy president has the option of Alice Wahome. Is Alice Wahome a credible running mate? I'm asking. If I were him, I would have persuaded Kabando wa Kabando. I would have persuaded William Kabogo. Or I would have persuaded Moses Kuria. But he must get a running mate from Mount Kenya region. Number two, the deputy president now has no option. He must accept a coalition arrangement with Moses Kuria and Mange Kiunjuri. Why am I saying this? Without that coalition arrangement, he's actually going to hand over a loaded bunduki to President Uhuru Kenyatta and his team. Even Moses Kuria and Kiunjuri are going to do the same. Because there is no way you can accept to form an alliance and coalition with the leadership from the larger Western Kenya. But when it comes to the larger Mount Kenya region, then you are telling them that they can't. They must be in your party. I foresee a big problem. So he must enter into a coalition agreement with Moses Kuria before he comes back. He must enter into a coalition arrangement with Mange Kiunjuri. Then these people can then go outside there and campaign with him. If he will not do that, then the deputy president is going to open many war fronts. Uhuru Kenyatta will be throwing missiles from these sides. Mange Kiunjuri and Moses Kuria will also be doing the same. I don't think that his team will be able to sustain that. Number three, the third thing he must do is money. He must be ready to play the game of money. I've always indicated on this platform that William Samoei Ruto worked with Moi. He joined politics during the 1992 election, and he joined politics under the Youth for KANU. Youth for KANU, those who are in Youth for KANU up to now, they understand only one language, politics of money. So during that time, William Ruto understood that in this country, you can be anything as long as you have the money. So any little opportunity the deputy president has managed to get, he has always made money. So for this election, the deputy president is ready for it. I believe he has the money because when he was in government, that is what he was preparing for. He managed to accumulate enough money for this campaign. The president and the deep state have always tried to block those money without success. But why must he be ready to play the game of money? President Uhuru Kenyatta is moneyed. He has the money. If you leave President Uhuru Kenyatta as an individual, the family has the money. If you remove the family out of this, President Uhuru Kenyatta is the president of the Republic of Kenya. He can use the state resources. So if William Ruto's money is reducing, if his tap is reducing, he should forget. He's going nowhere. So which means the deputy president must be ready somewhere with the huge sums of money to be ready to spend in the larger Mount Kenya region. I'm looking at the rebranding which is happening in Jubilee Party. I'm looking at the passion with which those supporters are taking it, that matter. My friends, if Ruto is not going to spend money, Uhuru Kenyatta is going to outspend him in the larger Mount Kenya region. And if Uhuru Kenyatta will do that, then the deputy president is going to be in deep problem. So that's number 3. The third thing he must do is to now go and concentrate in Western and Coast. But there's always a price. If he'll concentrate in the coastal region, definitely he's going to lose in some area. If he's going to concentrate in Western, he's going to lose in the larger Mount Kenya region. But he must now do a critical analysis and do a SWOT analysis to understand the strengths. Like if his concentration in central Kenya is going to cost him, then he needs to go to the coastal region and reap the benefit as much as he can get. So going to coast and Western Kenya will help the deputy president, because the fact of the matter is that even online, President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga have started gaining grounds in the larger Western Kenya, in the larger Central Kenya. And Raila Odinga is going into this election with nothing to lose in the larger Western Mount Kenya region. So it means any vote which is leaving Ruto from the larger Mount Kenya region is actually beneficial to Raila Odinga. So which means the DP must go to Raila Odinga's stronghold, what Raila Odinga considered to be his stronghold, and fight with him there. So he must concentrate in Western and he must concentrate at the coast. The last thing he must do, he must avoid any direct or indirect confrontation with the President Uhuru Kenyatta. In his rallies, there's a way he has assigned people to attack the president. Mr. Deputy President, if you want to survive in this politics, avoid direct confrontation with the president. Don't make President Uhuru Kenyatta your subject. If you do that, his supporters who are with you will not be happy. They'll start running away from you. Rigathi Gachagua will not tell you what I'm telling you. Ndindi Nyoro will not tell you what I'm telling you. But attacking President Uhuru Kenyatta, for you and your team, you should avoid. I don't know what you think, but that's my take. If you're watching the channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Thank you guys, and please, may you have a good day. It is Lee Makwiny.